Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry we had some technical difficulties earlier. We had our computer equipment. Um, we had our
dog ate the computer.
Yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. If you're just joining us, we're back. We're still in the middle of this game between Sticky Bandits Worldwide and A&W. Sticky Bandits has taken a 7-5 lead. And it's a very tight game. So anyway, we've got A&W trying to get a point off of Sticky. Sticky has taken control of this game since it was A&W 5 to Sticky Bandits 1.
And we're back.
Thanks, Andy.
And
thank you, Mike, for helping us through that. Looks like we've lost about 20 of our viewers. We had about 25. Now we're just down to 5, but at least we've got some of those viewers back.
All right, so Sticky's in for 2 right now.
Sticky is in for 2, and they still have 2 balls to go.
We're playing 2-11 here.
I got a chance to close it out here.
Dave shooting low as he normally does.
Ooh, maybe.
Left it a little bit short. That's okay. 3 points would still definitely help them out. Put A&W with their backs against the wall.
Dave's trying the wall ball here. A bit heavy.
Good idea, but
Might
yeah.
be in.
Let's see.
they might have to take a look at that nearest front yellow. It's definitely 2.
Good thing we have a team full of certified referees out there.
That's right. For those of you who are watching who don't know, Sticky Bandits Worldwide is a team, a lifestyle really, from the American Bocce Company in
Not a
Chicago.
cult. It is not a cult.
I've been told many times that it's not a cult, and for legal reasons I can't call it a cult. But it certainly has very popular, a lot of teams with the Sticky Bandits, franchising, I guess you would say. But yes, as Andy mentioned, a lot of them are referees, certified referees. They know what they're doing.
And I will echo that it is definitely not a cult.
Right.
But after joining, I'm in my 8th month of therapy to return to the real world, and I've gotten 0 of my dollars invested back.
Well, you know, it's not about the money that you get. I guess it's the spiritual value that it brings to you, right? Is that,
Yep,
is that
none
the
of that.
idea?
None of
That's-
that.
No? Well,
I've got my own private handshakes.
no, I see. So, as we mentioned before, again, sorry for the interruption, folks. We had some technical difficulties. We're back up and running on the stream. This game was very different just a few frames ago. It was tight, it was defensive, it was low scoring. A&W was in control. The score was 5-1. And since then, Sticky Bandits have scored 8 unanswered points. They've really amped up the pressure on A&W. A&W is a local team. They're used to these courts, but so far have not been able to stack any of the points. All 5 of the frames they won, they scored 5 points. And Sticky really taking advantage, trying to close out this game with a great run.
And the current run has been pure pointing. We've seen very few Rafas so far. Speaking of, here comes Chris McGregor pointing in.
He's got good pace. Let's see. Oh, it looks like
that
that ball
yellow.
is not going to sneak by, and he's certainly helped out A&W more than he's helped out Sticky Bandits.
But it's still only 1 point, and they do got a nice red ball in front there, so it wasn't a total waste.
As Chris approaches this shot, do you think he's going to try to knock that yellow out?
He's coming in.
Oh, he's definitely
Certainly
going for
got
it.
the pace for it.
And
He just misses.
he forgot about that slope of the court, and he took a step over and did not correct
right.
his line, and it went the exact same way that the first ball did.
Well, now Sergio has quite the decision to make. A&W has 3 balls left, but they haven't been very aggressive. Do you think he keeps the pressure on, tries to knock that yellow out, or just get it close to the
Again, I think it's going to be a hybrid here. He held that line really true. That is quite a ball by Sergio.
It
My
works.
goodness.
It
Is that
works.
enough?
It
Yeah.
looks like it just got enough. It was certainly a bold strategy. If it would have hit it a little more true, I think he'd be sitting in an even better position. But let's see if A&W now can take advantage with a few balls in hand and a relatively open frame.
And you can tell Jim's been slurping an A&W down there by his foam mustache.
That frosty root beer has certainly helped his skills, and
They're saying-
that is a beautiful ball.
They're saying no on that yellow.
Are they really?
Yeah. I mean, from
Wow,
here,
from our angle, it looks good, but his own teammates
Yeah,
are telling him that's not good. So
They're
Let's-
saying that one in front is not good?
that's what they're saying. Certainly from our camera angle, even from my visual angle on it, it looks to be in. They're saying no. So let's see what Joe Buscemi
I wonder
does
if
with
they
it.
were talking about that first ball, because that is hard to believe, huh?
We'll have to see how they call it at the end of the frame, I suppose. That ball is not going to help out A&W. Now, if it were me and I were being aggressive and I felt confident in it, I might try to knock out that red, because that could give you 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
A&W is not going to play it that way. They're going to play it safe.
And that should fall right in. He's got that line down perfect.
Oh, beautiful ball. Little bit of a knock on yellow.
Easy
Certainly
two.
2.
Yeah.
We'll see what they call it at the end of the day.
2.
They called it 2. So A&W finally asserting themselves a little bit, stopping the run of Sticky Bandits. It's now 9-7, anybody's game. And this is an exciting one, folks.
And we'd like to welcome our viewers back. Sorry for getting you kicked off there for a while,
Yeah.
but looks like we're getting our numbers back up. Thanks for coming back in.
Excellent. Feel free to chide us in the live chat for our technical difficulties and shoot those questions in there. I will also mention that if you haven't already, please give us a like on Instagram or, oh, sorry about that.
Right here on the broadcast itself. Like and
That's
subscribe.
right. Like and subscribe at Bocce Broadcast Network. You can always email us with your questions or your comments at boccebroadcastnetwork@gmail.com. And if you ever want to find the stream we're running on, you just go to bbn.media or go to YouTube and search for Bocce Broadcast Network, and we'll be able to find us whenever we're streaming.
And if you're subscribed, you will get alerts that will let you know when we are going live. So even if you're not looking for it, you might find us on accident. So liking and subscribing is how we get this broadcast into as many living rooms as possible, and we get the popularity of this game nationally skyrocketing as it has. But we can't
It's all
evolve
about,
quicker without your likes and your subscriptions.
It's
So-
all
Please
about-
like a bocce ball in real life.
And I also guarantee you that you like and subscribe to far less meaningful things. So just give us a click.
It's all about growing the sport, growing the popularity, growing the audience. Now, while we've been chattering on, we brought you a beautiful ball by A&W, really tight. Dave is trying to answer it, and it looks like he matched. He answered a beautiful ball with an even more beautiful ball. Gave a little space to that Polino, got his team in, and now A&W realizes it's a fight. Pat Tierney lining it up. Oh, there it is.
Dirty bird.
Gets the contact. This is full contact bocce, folks.
That is too yellow.
It's what we like to see. So now, Sticky talking it over, a la Dave Hoffman. trying to decide what they want to do with this. And if it were you throwing this ball, and this is the frame you were working with, what do you think you would try to do? What would you tell Ala to do here?
So if Ala has 2 balls and A&W has 1 left, I'd like to be aggressive here. Looks like that's what she's doing. Just kind of roll it up the pipe, hopefully make some contact. She fell victim to the court. Now this one's got to be a little more finesse. You always go aggressive early, conservative late. And since they were a ball ahead, I think going with a little aggressive roll like that, I didn't think it was a good idea earlier when they had 3 balls and they went, soft hard. But in this case, when it's 2-1, I think you can roll that through once. And she did make contact, didn't go well. So now you just need to cover, try and take away one of those points, if not steal it.
She made contact, but it was on the wrong side of the ball, unfortunately.
Oh, boy.
So now Dave playing wall ball. This is an interesting tactic here. And his speed was a little too hard, and he went right
The game
past.
is tied at the moment, 9-all, 2 yellow.
That's right. If this holds up, it's 9-all. But A&W, let's see how aggressive they want to be. They could put Sticky Bandits on the brink here.
And I think they got a lot of room there. And these guys have rolled a million balls on these courts. They're going to tuck it right up there. I think this is going to be 3. I think it's going to be a tie game. Final frame.
Looking at 10-9.
10-9 it would be Sticky on the edge.
Oh, I thought Sticky had 10.
Well, it turns out
It's got to be 3. Yeah. All right, that's 10-9.
that is 10-9, and Sticky Bandits now has no margin for error. It's 10-9 A&W. They just need 1 point to win, but as you know, Sticky Bandits could get 2 here and take the game for themselves. So we really have 1 or 2 frames left here.
All right, and 66% of your broadcast team has been called to play their game.
Dan's flying solo.
That's all right.
At the most exciting part of the game.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys wish you could stick around and watch the end of this game. Unfortunately, I'll have to take it solo. Thank you, Dusty.
Hey,
Thank you, Andy.
Want me to grab one of these baboons, throw them in here with you?
Whoever. Best of luck to you on your game, and we'll see you back here for the rest of the broadcast.
Thank you very much.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Dan.
And a beautiful first ball from A&W, really keeping the pressure on. As a reminder, they only need 1 point to win this game. Sergio lining it up to take his first shot for Sticky Bandits. Makes contact, but not quite enough to disrupt A&W's point. He certainly has created a little bit more room for his partner, Chris McGregor. Chris lets it go. Nice pace. Looks like he didn't quite get there. Chris is lining it up again, taking those 2 middle shots, leaving Sergio with first and last licks. Chris takes another crack at it. And that time he stayed a little too far right. Excuse me, too far left. So Sergio, one last ball. And again, he has to score because A&W just needs 1 point. Gonna bump his ball forward. Not sure if he made it there. I'm taking a look. Looks like they're gonna have to measure this just to be safe. Looks like it's 1 point for Sticky Bandits. They are still alive, but A&W has 3 balls to try to score 1 point to end this game. Joe Buscemi takes the shot. And he knocks Sticky's ball forward. That is now, looks like 2 points for Sticky Bandits, which would give them the victory if A&W can't manage to score a point on this. Joe lines up to take his 2nd shot in a row. Ooh, he pushes the Polino. Did he push it enough to get A&W in? They're calling for another measure. It looks really close. Oh, Sticky's calling it. No, they're saying A&W is in. That means it's 11 points A&W, 9 points Sticky Bandits. A&W takes it down. Again, thanks everyone for joining us and bearing with us through our technical difficulties. Great game, very exciting. Glad you could be here to witness it on the Bocce Broadcast Network live from the Roma Lodge in Racine, Wisconsin. And we'll be back to bring you even more Bocce action from this tournament. Excuse me, Razzle Dazzlers. You mind telling me who's who so I can, for the commentary? Alex. Bon, Sam. Eh? Sorry, so on the court is Sydney. Yeah. Got it. Welcome back to the bocce action. We are in the first frame of the next game here in round robin play at the Roma Lodge in beautiful Racine, Wisconsin. We've got the Racine Razzle Dazzlers, clearly a local team, playing at the Felipe Mezze Lodge, all in purple, the Order of the Sons of Italy, here from Milwaukee. And so far in the opening frame, we've seen a lot of bocceing. And it looks like Felipe Mezze has got one in, but the Razzle Dazzlers still have 2 balls to play with. Close to the wall there, and that's a beautifully pointed ball from Racine. Alex taking a second shot, trying to ease it on in there, and she might have taken a little too much off of that. I don't think that ball is going to enter the frame. So it looks like Racine draws blood first, and it's 1-0 Razzle Dazzlers. So it looks like we've got a short Polino. So that Polino did not make it across the halfway line. So Felipe gets the chance to send the Polino across. They did make it across the halfway line, but Razzle Dazzlers will still have the first throw. It's a nice first ball from the Razzle Dazzlers. Felipe with the opportunity to answer now. And he knocks that Razzle Dazzler ball right out of the way, settles in nicely right in front of the Polino. It's a really nice shot there from Felipe Mezze. Razzle Dazzler's talking it over. Ooh, and she knocks back, but it didn't knock quite enough. But she did open it up a little bit for her teammates. It's a nice ball there Pretty close. Looks from this angle like Razzle Dazzlers are in, but tough to tell. They're going over to take a look. They're calling for the measurement. Measurement taking quite a long time here. These balls must be really close. Now, in the rare situation when two balls are equally close to a Polino, normally you take the next closest ball. Looks like they've finally made a call, and Razzle Dazzlers appear to be in. So Felipe Metze is coming up to the plate. I tried after our technology, but stuff wasn't going over to this. Felipe. Ooh, and he knocks the balls around. Reset the frame. Tough to tell sometimes when the closest ball is that far away, but appears that Felipe Metze is in. And Razzle Dazzlers settles in nicely into that huge open area. Felipe tosses their last ball. Looks like it's not going to be in, so that's another point for Razzle Dazzlers. Ooh, a beautiful ball from Racine Razzle Dazzlers. Definitely would call that a halo. Felipe tries to come off the wall, but just goes right past, and Razzle Dazzlers still in control. That's going to be a really tough ball to beat. Joining me in the booth yet again is my partner in crime, Dave Hoffman. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I heard we had some technical difficulties while I was on the court.
We did, unfortunately. I think we figured it out. Regardless, we did have to start a new stream, so thank you to our audience of people for hanging in with us and coming to the new frame. Coming to the new stream, excuse me.
Frames, balls,
right,
rows,
after
walls.
After this long broadcasting, it all blends together. No, I'm just saying this is a fantastic frame for Razzle Dazzlers so far. Felipe Metze, they look like experienced players, but they've just sent all 4 balls well past the beautifully pointed first ball halo of Razzle Dazzlers. They have a very wide open playground to play with. And even though that ball is not very close to the Polino, I think it's a scoring ball.
I think it's in too.
So they have a wide range of margin of error in this case. And they're just laying balls in.
It's going to be a 4-banger here.
This looks like it's going to be 4 points and a commanding 6-0 lead to the Razzle Dazzlers. But obviously we can't count the chickens before they hatch, and a good thing because that ball
might
appears to be well short. It's not even getting into the other frame. You'll see it's there in the lower left-hand corner. Let's see. The teams are coming out to score it. Looks like they're going to call it 3. Let's see. 2 for sure.
2 for sure. The third one. Oh, I see a kick.
He just kicked away that ball, and what are they calling it?
Are they calling it 4 or 3 then, if he kicked it already?
I don't know. I'm not sure he knew whether it should stay in for a measure.
Who's Eric Morrow?
Eric Marrow is a friend of mine from college.
Marrow. Sorry about that, Eric.
I did give an instruction to chide me in the group chat.
Is he blaming you for the computer randomly turning off?
I think he's blaming me for the computer turning off. I wasn't sure if it's an overheating problem or what, but we...
I don't know. It did sit in a hot car for part of a day, but, it's not hot in here.
No.
I mean, it's warm in
it
here.
looks like they scored that 4. I see that Razzle Dazzlers has 6 points on the official scoreboard there behind the players you see in the camera frame.
Is this going to be a skunk game?
It might
do
be.
We need to put some money on it? I've only got a $10 bill.
Well, you're going to have to give some kind of odds because the chance that we're going to have our 4th 11-0 skunk game seems so improbable that I just can't in good conscience think that's what's going to happen. Now, look at this Polino. It's very short and very close to the wall on this frame.
Call that about 10 inches past the center
line. It's going to be very tough to see it based on the camera angles we have here. We're going to do our best, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see, well, help out the viewers at home, Dave. How far away would you say that yellow ball is from the Polino?
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
We've just been handed some alcoholic ice cream.
Some bourbon caramel alcohol ice cream. It's called Proof.
One of our sponsors.
Let's get an eye on this.
Yeah, let's get our booth. Thank you very much to Proof Ice Cream. For sponsoring the tournament and for helping us get a healthy buzz on here while having some delicious.
I don't know. We didn't get spoons, but I don't know if that's part of it.
I don't know. Depends on how much of a savage you really are.
My dog does. My dog just licks it right out of the little.
Looks like they come with a little handy wooden spoon right there, and a pull tab. Oh, they plan for everything, Dave.
Let's try this out. Some bourbon caramel ice cream.
We're gonna do this taste test live on air. Thank you again to Proof for sponsoring the tournament. Ooh, it's very good.
Is it?
I just licked the top of the ice cream lid, and you can certainly, nice little hint of bourbon in there, but delicious ice cream. This is probably horrible for the audio for our viewers at home, just us sitting here eating ice cream.
Well, it's hard to see where the balls are here. I think we've got a better angle now, though.
Yeah, that helped us out a little bit. Looks like Felipe Metze is in. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard here in this frame.
So, Dan, I am told that your mic is echoing. And the only way I know how to solve it is to unplug your mic input and then plug it back in.
Give that a shot.
And then we'll try it again. So while Dan's doing that, the Razzle Dazzlers are about to roll in. Looks like that Polino has moved since we started. Must have moved when we were talking about the ice cream, Dan.
Yeah, I do believe the Polino moved back a little bit. Hopefully that got rid of the echo.
Speaking of ice cream, Michael Chaldone, who started the BBN, his brother has an album called the Ice Cream Album. And if you've never listened to it, Dan, you're DJ Dan, by the way.
That's one of my many nicknames.
You have to listen to the Ice Cream Album. They talk about Dippin' Dots and all kinds of stuff. Like,
wonderful.
That's great.
Well, I will certainly give that a listen. In the meanwhile, Felipe Metze just scored their first 2 points of the game. Looks like I'm glad I didn't take that bet against you because this will not be a skunk. The Racine Razzle Dazzlers still firmly in control, but Felipe Metze showing some fight. They're back in the game. And, it's still early. The first team to 11 wins the game. There is no timer.
1 point at a time.
That's how you got to play
All
this
right.
game, 1 point at a time.
Let us know, Michael, if the echoing is gone or anybody that's out there watching. Still echoing.
Looks like all this ice cream talk has finally ignited the chat. Do we have any questions, any comments?
Let's switch headsets to the other headset. We have 3 headsets, so. Dan,
hopefully that fixes a little bit of the echo problem for you folks
yeah,
out
let's
there.
go all the way to 3/4. Dan, you didn't know you were going to be throwing in all these technical difficulties here with our computer turning off, but I'm glad we figured it out.
I did not know it was going to be quite this much effort and engineering. As you know, you're the engineer. I'm not the engineer. I'm the lawyer. But we managed to make it through.
You're a lawyer and a DJ.
A lawyer and a DJ. Only a professional at one. I'll let you decide. The Racine Razzle Dazzlers. Ooh, left that one quite a bit short.
It's in, though.
He's our current president.
Fantastic. Yeah, we'd love to have you. You want to hop on now or in a few minutes? Yeah. Welcome.
So we have a treat for you folks.
That's the
We have a treat for you folks. Joining us in the booth
My ears are terrible.
is the current president of the Roma Lodge. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the folks on the broadcast.
Frank Basotti, currently the president of Roma Lodge. On my first year of my second term.
Wave to the people there. All right, Frank. You're saying you're going into your second year of your first term?
First year of the second term.
First year of the second term. Okay. And how did you come to the Roma Lodge?
I've been a member for 44 years now, so I joined. It was my dad. Was a member for years. He was president for 2 or 3 terms, I believe. So it was just a place. It was something to do with Dad. Initially. And
Sure.
I grew to love the place, kind of like he did.
Oh yeah. And what makes the Roma Lodge so special?
Basically, we've been very fortunate, through the years with our festivals and stuff. We live in a community that has always supported us and everything. A lot of organizations like this are having a difficult time surviving, and we're still around and we're doing pretty well. So
Great. And how important is bocce to the culture here at the Roma Lodge?
it's probably the number one thing anymore, as far as outside of. I remember when I joined, our card room and stuff would always be full. People would be playing cards. At our old location, we had pool tables. People would be playing pool tables and stuff. And Bocce was, one of those things to do. Well, now it's pretty much, if they don't clean the card room once in a while, they'd have 1.5 inch dust in it anymore. So
I see.
we have a few members that'll come out and use it like once a month, have card parties with their friends or something like that. But like our meetings, we used to sit here till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning playing cards after our meeting on a Friday night. Just doesn't happen anymore. Things have changed now. I don't know.
Now is it bocce till 2 o'clock in the morning or what?
No, but a lot of times there'll be pickup games after the meetings and things like that. So.
Okay. You ever roll the balls yourself?
Oh, yeah. You didn't watch me the first game? I couldn't get within 10 feet. It's the worst I've played in a long time. Maybe it's because the cameras were on.
I was going to say, were you on this court in the first game?
I was on this court.
Well, okay, because we've been talking all day about the fact that we've had 3 11-0 skunk games on this court, so I don't know. There must be something about that. And we had one 11-1 game.
Yeah.
So
we won 11-10, but it was no thanks to me. So
yeah, well,
our first game.
There you go. So, looks like we missed some of the scoring. Sorry, got to update the score over here for you folks. According to the official scoreboards, remember the scoreboards you see on the camera are official. I think the Razzle Dazzlers are up 10-2, which means they've got Felipe Metze with their backs against the wall. And that's a pretty ball. That's certainly going to help the cause. Oh, wait, no. It's going to, it went a little too long. So, which team are you playing with in this tournament?
I'm with the Wild Guys.
The Wild Guys. And how'd you guys earn that nickname?
I have no idea. Our team captain came up with it.
Is that the official story? You don't know how you came up with that?
Well, actually, we have a different name during the league, but it's a little
risque?
A little more risque.
Okay. Well, it is a family-friendly program.
He toned it down to Wild Guys. So.
I see. Well, that's appreciated here. We got.
It's a family.
It's a family broadcast. It's a family event. So I hear that they're preparing for the dinner later on, and that's
yeah. That should be usually comes out around 2:30 or so.
Oh.
I imagine they'll probably do a last call for the 50-50 raffle. They usually try to do it before the dinner, so get everybody while they're still here.
I understand it. So it looks like they're doing a bit of a measure here on the court, trying to see who's in.
My brother-in-law and I were laughing. There's this young lady over here who's walking back. Mm-hmm. And I glanced at her 2 or 3 times. Both of us thought it was my niece.
Oh, yeah?
She looks so much like her.
Interesting. Well, that's, I think you're mentioning Alex on Racine Razzle Dazzlers. Apparently not your niece.
Not my niece, no.
Well, shout out to your niece wherever she is. Should be here playing bocce.
Well, that was what was funny. The first time I saw her was out in the parking lot. I said, what's she doing here? Who's she playing with,
Yeah.
And she turned to look at her and said, well, that's not really her. So, and my brother-in-law made the same comment. He says, doesn't that girl look like Ashley?
Well, the Razzle Dazzlers must have been in because Felipe Metze did not help their cause, and it looks like everybody's handshakes on the court. So I think Razzle Dazzlers takes it down 11-2. So we were talking a little bit earlier in the broadcast about how long the club's been around, how long you guys have been playing bocce. How does this turnout for the Summer Bocce Tournament compare to some past years you've had?
There was a few years where things had kind of died out, and Dave Chiappetti kind of took the reins and knew a lot of the players in Illinois and stuff like that. And he got a lot of them to come back. Those first few years, we were right around 45 teams, I believe. So this is one of the better ones since I've been, playing again.
Yeah.
My team, we actually won it like 2 years in a row during the COVID years. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of the better players didn't show up.
Well, that's great. Well, what else do you want our viewers to know about the Roma Lodge, about this tournament, about bocce?
We're hoping to make some changes and possibly look for the national tournament to possibly be at some point. But
how would that happen?
Well, we'd have to actually change the courts and do some. They'd have to be longer. I think we're too short on the overall court plus the approach areas and stuff like that. So.
Got it. Well, that would certainly be exciting to bring a national tournament.
That would be great. And, I know a lot of people. We got a couple teams that have gone to a lot of the tournaments, the national tournament. They went to and a lot of the tournaments in the Illinois area and even I think recently they were in Ohio and stuff like that, and they went to one in Vegas a couple years in a row.
Yeah, the Vegas Open, sure.
They're trying different. They're trying to get one or two teams to go out to more and more of these tournaments, and they're finding out, what's really what's considered standard and stuff like that. For years, we played 5-man teams, and that's where our tournament was, and we started hearing about this 2-on-2 format and 4-man format, and so we actually switched our leagues this way to make it help us be more competitive in the other tournaments and stuff.
Yeah. And have you seen some positive developments with that?
Yeah, I think most of the guys actually kind of like it. Well, we joke about less exercise because we don't have to walk back and forth, but
That certainly helps, especially if you're getting on the wrong side of the age curve there.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us and being here. We appreciate you. You've been fantastic hosts. Thanks so much for helping out Bocce Broadcast Network. And we'll bring you our next game. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we're doing a quick audio check. It's 57 minutes and 8 seconds right now. Dan, you want to talk?
Check, 1, 2, check.
All right, audio check, 57 minutes, 6
Check,
seconds.
check. Microphone 2, check.
All right, I am on microphone 3. My it's a little too loud. That's going to be good enough for Michael to tell us. I'll tell him the timestamp. Leave one of them up, though.
Yeah. Reset.
Yep.
Victor.
What's your name?
Daniel.
Nice to meet you, Daniel.
Attention please, pool H, the Wild Guys versus Undefeatable, outdoor court number 1. Wild Guys versus Undefeatable, outdoor court number 1. Play when ready.
Victor, sorry to bother you. Your partner's down the other side of the court. Who's who?
Jason.
Jason.
Yep. And then the other two are Woody and Chuck.
Woody and Chuck. Okay. Thank you. Who's got the mustache? Woody or Chuck?
Woody.
Woody.
You playing now, Milan, or do you want to hop on?
We're done with pool play, so we can have
All right.
are you guys playing?
Yeah, this is the game. It's 3.5 men versus ABC 1. Yeah,
Just grab my water bottle.
no problem. Jesse, you guys red or green? Got it. Thank you.
Attention please, pool G, any given Sunday versus Baboons, indoor court number 4. Any given Sunday versus Baboons, indoor court number 4.
One of my baboon guys, they always do that. Woo, woo. Nope. Yeah.
There you go. All right, you ready?
Where we at? Test, test, test.
Oh,
Test that. It should light up though.
is that number 3?
We have a phone up there at the scores table. If you're missing your phone, come on up here.
A little low.
Check your phones. Check your phones. I have a phone up here. Thank you.
I can't really hear myself. That's all I got. Let's try 2.
We said 2 was echoey, which is the only reason we're trying to use 1 and 3. That's what Michael said, yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Anyone listening in the chat, please let me know if you can hear me. We're gonna
Welcome back to, I don't know, 7th, 8th game we've had on this court today. We're going to have 3.5 men against ABC 1. My name is Daniel Berkowitz. Joining me in the booth, Milan.
hometown team versus Chicago hometown team. So I expect this one to be a good game.
Always fun. 2 veteran squads facing off against one another. Just as a reminder for anybody tuning in, these games are played to 11. No time.
Given Sunday versus Baboons, indoor court number 4.
So looks like we're trying to square away
Sunday versus Baboons,
who's going to be starting. This is probably live.
You're probably hearing the noises from some of the other games we've got going on. There's a lot of action here at the Roma Lodge in beautiful Racine, Wisconsin. For this game we've got for you, it looks like 3.5 men are starting off.
Nice and sweaty.
Deep Polino placement for 3.5 men. Woody of 3.5 men is starting us off.
Howdy. All right. Much better. Thanks, Liz. I think I fixed it. It was the lug nut.
Oh, is Liz tuning in? Hi, Liz.
Elizabeth Diaz.
Elizabeth Diaz
The
tuning
7th.
in. Welcome to the broadcast, Elizabeth. Glad to have you, as well as all our other loyal viewers of the Bocce Broadcast Network.
There we go, and that's a good point there for Dusty.
Beautiful first ball from ABC.
Got to see them play outside. They lost a little heartbreaker out there. One of those games where they were doing everything right, but nothing was working.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
No bounces, no nothing. So let's see if they can bounce. And they just played outside, and immediately are playing inside. So great adjustment by Dusty for that first ball.
Yeah.
Puts one about 2 inches away. I think he'll take that.
With this kind of tournament where you're playing on two different surfaces, some people who are not local obviously might be the first time playing on this surface. It's all about adjustments, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think we're going to see a shot here.
The Rafa's coming in hard, and it's a knock. Both balls are out, which means 3.5 men is back at 1 point in.
Yep, lots of room here, though. About a 3-foot point.
Dusty has plenty of room. If he throws another ball like he did on his first ball, it's going to be no problem at all.
100% of the time, if your ball's closer than the other, you're in good shape.
Came off the
that's
wall,
one way to do it.
and actually, it was great that his ball came off the wall that hard because
no shot for 3.5 men there,
Yeah.
but a pretty big point. Probably like 2 feet now. And that speed is looking good. It does die on the wall a little, but I think he's going to like what happens here.
I think he's in comfortably. Borderline halo there. Nice ball from 3.5 men.
So
let's see if Andy Zimmerman from ABC One can match.
yeah, I think he likes the shot here. Oh, surprising. I guess
Dips
he feels,
real low,
I think he
plays it
feels
just
comfortable,
across
yeah.
his
Getting-
shoelaces,
I don't
as
know.
is his normal style.
I'm a
Didn't
little-
get the power he
little-
wanted in that shot.
A little curious on that shot selection there. I know they didn't have ball advantage. That's a tough point to eke out.
It is.
And Andy is a gold medalist shooting champion.
Well,
literally the best shooter in the country by any if we're using any type of standard.
even for the best shooters in the country, sometimes maybe you just miss. Ooh, there's a little combo there.
That might,
If that ball's not in, it's close. They're calling it one green,
one green.
so Andy did not quite get there, but that ball is obviously very close, and so 3.5 men with their last ball. They're going to try to see if they can do anything with it.
Yeah.
The problem is if they hit the red and they don't hit it hard enough, they might put ABC in. So interesting to see what they do here.
I think you're going to see an aggressive point.
Oh,
they're
and they
taking-
decided to throw off. So they're taking their 1 point, and they're
They're
moving on.
1-0. All right. Interesting decision there. I know when you're shooting, you always worry about missing, but you also, this is where you got to trust your pointer to point and you got to trust your shooter to shoot.
Yeah, especially early in the game when there's still plenty of time to make up for
Yeah.
any mistakes. It's an interesting tactic there.
And I kind of wonder, he left that first one so short. I'm wondering if his brain was still locked in on possibly shooting it, right? A lot of times you see when people kind of have one thing in mind, get talked out of it, and then all of a sudden what they decide to do is a lot worse than what they wanted to do, at least the outcome.
Absolutely.
The ball 10 feet short really does, might as well have been a missed Rafa.
That's right. So 3.5 men leaving this Polino relatively short.
So I've seen this strategy. A lot of these home teams love this short ball. The two we played house teams, they everything was 2 to 5 feet from center court. I'm guessing because they know the breaks there so well and know the wall that that's their comfort zone. But also too, you just saw in the last frame, 3.5 men. We're all over it. 70 feet down. I think these courts are 72 feet.
Well, for at least one ball it worked. Jessie was long on her first ball, but she made a great adjustment on the second ball. ABC is now in.
Yeah, great
3.5 men's Jason Evitz gets a chance to shoot, and he goes hard. Knocks her right out of there. 3.5 men is back to point.
That was a nice clean shot. You think he works out?
I mean, he's showing off the guns. He must. Alex Guerra now.
You're welcome, ladies.
Alex Guerra now showing off less of the guns. Dipping down low, his signature lefty style. Interesting pace to it.
It's Eakin.
Not quite. Does not quite get past.
About 8 inches short.
That's what she said. And now he's back to his second shot in a row. We apologize. This is a family-friendly program. And he dips down. That one looks like he may have overcorrected, but
it is in.
Okay, it's in.
A little overcorrect there.
But 3.5 men still have one ball to play with.
I think they're calling for the shot.
Jason has last licks. Looks to be an aggressive stance.
That's a nice clean hit. He's happy with it.
Scores 1.
I like the call there. Even if he missed, still got a ball to try to steal the point, but a clean hit out there like he just did left him way more room for a point.
Yep. And now his partner Victor gets a nice clean board to play with.
Yeah. That looks
rolls
like
it
good. Rolls
soft.
it perfectly.
And that's in for 2 points.
All right.
So 3.5 men adds another 2 to their tally.
This is where you got to buckle down. Don't let this game get away from you right away.
Yeah, we've seen so often on this court especially a lot of early leads, a lot of 11-0 games. But we'll see. We'll see if ABC can get back into this one.
They can.
Oh, they certainly have the skill to do it. That's not a question.
This is going to be a tough feat, though. 3.5 men. I think I've played 4 or 5 tournaments here. I think the worst I've seen them do is quarterfinals, if not semi.
So they clearly know these courts. They know what they're doing.
And they're all very good players.
Yeah.
And smart. A total package.
Woody tossing out to Polino. Kind of a middle wall ball.
Well, about 3/4 down, yeah. A little more than, yeah, right around there. That was very similar to, a little shorter than where the first frame played out, but I think every frame you see 3.5 men start with the Polino. I think you're going to see very similar Polino locations every time.
They know where their comfort spots are.
Absolutely.
Well, not a bad first ball, but certainly a lot of room for ABC to play with.
Yep.
Dusty's coming up. Pretty good pointer in his own right.
Yep.
Dipping down, playing almost off of his shoelaces, like a lot of these players from ABC. Follows the ball because he's interested to see where it's going to go.
Shorted it.
Didn't put quite enough on it. You see it just sneaks into frame there.
This is a ball I see a lot of people struggle with sometimes. There's tons of room to point. He's trying to go wide on it, but I don't mind trying to sneak past the wall either. If you bump their ball, one of two things is going to happen. Either 1 point still going to be one more point in, or you at least create some space for yourself, right?
I agree with you. That one, he played closer to the wall. It came off the wall quite significantly, like one of his earlier shots, but he's in.
Got the point, yeah.
No, I agree with you. I personally, when I'm playing bocce, I do like to play down the lane as it is. As long as I've got, it looks like there's maybe 2 balls worth of space there on the right. That's plenty of wide open lane to play just down the lane.
Like I said, what are the real chances of you hitting it square and pushing it forward? It's going to kick off left or right a little bit, right? And then you give yourself a ball you can backboard off of and some space.
Absolutely.
But sometimes you see this play, they went down, not big early, but they're down early, and all of a sudden get really, really conservative.
Get conservative, get tight.
And just like we talked about.
There you go. Woody knocks his own ball in.
Not enough, but now a good grouping to throw into.
Yep. This is Chuck Cristiano lining up for his first shot.
Oh, he's taking a swing. So definitely two big different approaches to this game right now. ABC seems to want to point in. These guys are not afraid to shoot anything out so far.
No, certainly one of the more aggressive house teams I've seen. A lot of the locals have been playing pretty conservatively. These guys are not playing that way. Oh, well, and that's what can happen sometimes.
Yep.
The ball didn't hit anything, goes back, it's in the gutter, and that ball is now out of play.
I like the call. They got two really good defensive balls out there. Take a swing, then now you're sitting two and making them try to point around again. I think they're going to just throw another one. I would assume probably off the wall and into one of those two. You can try to steal point. You can cover up that lane. You can do a lot of good things here. Yep. And I think he got the point.
Bump their ball forward.
No, not if that other one wasn't in.
And Alex is calling for a measure. I'll be interested to see.
I think the call is red's in, but.
Oh, they're going to measure just to double check. It's important here because if red is in, ABC has a chance to tie the game with 2 balls to go.
It's a company that makes tape measures.
Well,
Stanley
makes a tape measure. Black & Decker makes a tape measure.
This measurement brought to you by Black & Decker.
There you go.
Measure for your pleasure.
We need to see if we can get them a sponsor of the Roma tournament next year, Roma Lodge Tournament.
Yeah.
So they've taken the measure. They've figured it out. Andy now lining up for a shot. Looks like he is playing it off the wall, sneaking it just by the 3.5 men. Oh, and he kicks the Polino over, but unfortunately, his ball goes a little bit long. We're going to have to measure again to see what's... Oh, no, that's not a measure. That's just Alex pointing out what is in, so it looks like red is still in. ABC might be able to crawl back 2 here. Andy lets one fly.
A little delay.
And the gold medalist gets it right in. That's 2 points.
Great point there.
For ABC.
We're looking a little choppy on the stream right now.
Yeah, we apologize if there's a little bit of glitching or choppiness going on. Not sure if it's a Wi-Fi issue or something else we can fix.
I'm going to try to figure that out for everyone right now. It's a little choppy. Oh.
Jessie Morris puts her first ball just past the Polino.
All right, thanks, Eric. We're going to try to fix that for you guys right now.
Victor of 3.5 men is lining up. And his ball looks to have the momentum to be in. It's very close. Yep. Andy's calling 3.5 men's ball in, and he's also giving his teammates a range to let them know it's in. Looks like...
I think I'm going to quickly kill the stream, guys, for about 30 seconds and reboot this. It's frustratingly choppy. I don't think anyone wants to.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and try to reset this stream, and we'll be back with you guys shortly. All right, we're muted. You will not be able to reconnect.
Yeah, for this stream, we can just start a new stream. We have to.
There's no way you can like pause it and come back. So we have to do a third fucking stream for. Oh, okay.
All right.
Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully that takes care of some of the choppiness. We are here in the middle of the game between 3.5 men in the green and ABC1 in the red. 3.5 men have 1 point right now. Their last ball's on the way. It's not going to quite make it there, so it looks like 1 point for 3.5 men.
Gordo. All right. Looks like I'm a genius and fixed everything, so you're welcome, everyone. All right, let me give you a quick score update. I think 3.5 men got one on that, so it's 4-2. Thanks, Nick.
A nice first ball from Woody.
And immediately Dusty hands the ball to Andy.
Well,
because you got to shoot this.
Yeah, so Andy, the shooting specialist on that side, makes clean, good contact. All the balls are off the board. Now, Milan, please explain to us again what that means with these gutters.
So, because the balls fell off on the back, there is no back ball, it's a gutter. Those two balls are out of play. The Polino, however, gets returned to the centermost, backmost part of the court. They call it the nail. There's a little marker right on the court there. And whoever had the established point there, the other team has to still try to beat it.
So there goes Dusty, laying in a decent,
that's a great ball.
Decent point. Now we're really going to test 3.5 men's range
long
here.
Ball here. And so a lot of things, something to consider too on a lot of these older clubs and courts. So many people walk on the two ends of it that over time it actually creates a slant, and the balls will pick up speed on the last maybe 5 to 10 feet of the court because of that repetitive walking on it. It is a thing. More prevalent on outdoor courts, but it's definitely seen here where balls that look like they're going to die on the pointing line opposite court keep rolling and roll right off the court.
Something I'm sure is on the mind of Woody, and it looks like maybe he thought too much about it because he did leave it a little bit short there.
Didn't get there, but a good ball nonetheless.
Yeah, it's certainly going to have to be accounted for. Chuck now with a chance to try to beat
think they're
that
going
ABC ball.
Try to point this out. They can try to steal one here. You can see a lot of speed taken off by the wall here. Looks like it's going to
goes off the wall, very close to Woody's ball.
Just kept going, and it kept going,
and it looks like he just beat out the ABC ball. Dusty now is going to get a second crack at trying to get close to this Polino on the nail.
He's going to go off the other wall. You know, I like the angle. I think it's going to
The only question is whether it's going to have enough momentum and not quite.
Nuzzled up to it. What a...
So you can see the frustration on Dusty's face.
How do you adjust for one rotation more ball?
Yeah, real tough. Now Andy going to have to try to get a point for his team out of this one.
He's taking the same line, but I think he shorted this.
Yeah, did not put nearly enough on it. So now 3.5 men, has one more ball. Try to stack points here.
I wonder if they're going to use the other wall. I would guess so. It worked well for them so far. Oh, he's going right at it.
He's just going to trust that he knows what length he needs to be at.
Oh. I don't know if I saw that coming. This ball's...
hugging the wall pretty closely, although it is,
look at it pick up speed in the gutter here. That ball's probably going to fall off.
Oh, it just stays on. And that's 2 for 3.5 men. So
Great.
they take a 6-2 lead.
Courts are 72 feet. I was a 71.9.
Absolutely. Well, you know, that's the advantage of being a local team, isn't it? You know just how far you can toss it.
That was a great ball. I thought that was falling off. It kept rolling, just died on the edge.
Yeah. So Victor for 3.5 men sets the Polino out real short.
All right. We're going to see Alex shoot this ball. Big shot for him here.
And he goes for it. Connected. Both balls are off. Polino is intact.
Might have missed it by a second. But
Yeah, I don't think we quite got that on the replay. That's
all right. Nice shot. Both balls off the court. 3-ball frame now.
That's right. Jesse taking a swing at it. Dipping low, shooting off her shoelaces.
That looks like it's going to be a good ball.
Yep, and
A little short, but
in
front.
Roma Lodge, you don't have to make it halfway. The Polino has to make it halfway, but the bocce balls don't have to make it halfway, so that is a good shot.
In the way. Forces them to take a different line.
Victor lines it up.
I think he's going to try to just eke by here on the left side. Speed looks good.
Nice ball from Victor. Very close.
Yep.
Now for the ABC side, they've got 1 ball for Jesse, 1 ball for Alex.
I like the call here. Maybe try nuzzling in, and if you don't steal the point, negotiate maybe shooting that last ball out. Difficult point here, but she can clip that yellow ball on the inside, and if she does, she's going to be sitting pretty. Oh, it's going to eke through.
Oh. Hitting the yellow or hitting the Polino both would have been good. That,
either
unfortunately,
somehow snuck it through there.
she kicked the field goal, as we say sometimes in the world of bocce.
The double doink. Ouch.
Alex not being too aggressive with it. And unfortunately, hits his own ball, gets caught up in traffic. It's a good defensive ball, but that's about all you can say about it. 3.5 men now have an opportunity to capitalize.
Wonder what they're going to do here. They got a few options here.
They could try to move the Polino, or they could just try to point.
They got 2 balls left, I believe. One got shot out.
That's right. They're talking it over a little bit cross court. Woody trying to give some advice to his teammates.
Looks like that one dropped out of his hand.
That one went a little bit right, I think, although it did curve back.
Boy.
Wow, that ended up being a fantastic shot.
This is a game I like to call purpose or not on purpose.
No, it's up to the eye of the beholder, I guess. If you ask Jason,
100%
I think he
on
would
purpose.
say that was what he was trying to do the whole time. Oh, and just like that, a 3-point swing for ABC.
Oof.
Oof. Well,
and sometimes that's all you need to get back into a game.
if I know anything about these players from ABC, I think they are going to move quickly. They're going to throw that Polino out. They're going to want to not let 3.5 men recover from that, and they're going to say, hey, let's keep playing some bocce. Let's try to take advantage of that. Swinging momentum.
Zoom out a little here.
That's out.
It's out? Okay. And then you're moving camera 1. All right, great first point by Dusty.
Like I said, they played fast. They think maybe they're going to catch 3.5 men on tilt. Let's see.
There we go. Yeah, that's sell point.
Oh, you know what? Woody says, I am not phased. I am just going to throw an absolute halo on this. Tuck that Polino just on the right side of the back of that green ball.
Great point, Kate.
Yeah, I mean.
Which is why this is so important. That was a good point by Dusty, but it was behind the ball.
Yeah.
And that's why pointing, I think best option is always in front. Next one is always Polino high on either side, maybe 6 to 12 inches. And then the back one just kind of, it almost feels like it's a target. You get like safely to roll it. I mean, he put that dead on. Great ball, but shows you just the importance of keeping balls in front and taking that lane away.
Absolutely. So Andy here going to try to create some space.
Got it.
Perfect. And boom, there you go. Polino's back on the nail. And you know what? He kept that ball. Oh, no, he didn't quite. I thought maybe he was going to keep that ball on the court, but I think it just drifted off.
Great shot.
Oh, no, he did. So he keeps that ball on the court. It's very close to where the nail is. So that's a really great ball by Andy.
About as good of an outcome as you could hope for.
Absolutely.
And I look like he'd take I've obviously seen Andy shoot a lot over the years. Looked like he took a little off on that one, and I'm wondering, hoping that it sticks around, right? You don't have to kill the ball every time.
That's right.
Polino was touching. You just had to make contact. He did. Perfect outcome. Great ball. But 3.5 men have been pointing so well. I wouldn't be surprised if they just steal this point.
It's true. Woody, especially, I mean, that first ball was fantastic. Andy had to shoot an even better ball to beat it. And let's see if Woody, it looks like a pretty decent pace. The only question is it going to stay on the court? Wow.
Yeah.
2 perfectly pointed balls by Woody for 3.5 men. I don't think he's the half man in this game. I think he's
3 men.
Easily the 3 men, given how he's thrown his last 2 balls.
Howdy.
Well, this has certainly put ABC in a tough position.
They still have a good second holding point. You got to take a crack.
I was going to say, do you think Andy's going to throw this ball trying to knock?
I don't think you're going to. Let me take a look over the booth here really quick. If you can outpoint that, kudos to you.
Not much room.
I'd say they got about 8 inches. So you're going to have to take an angle. The speed's going to have to be perfect, and it's going to have to tuck inside that red ball. Or the yellow ball. That's a tough shot.
Oh, in a little bit of a surprise twist, it looks like Dusty is taking the reins, not Andy Zimmerman. So
I think then they have to be playing defense maybe, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
You can live. Give up 1-point frames. I like the speed on that.
Yeah. Got nice pace.
It's tracking.
That's a really good defensive ball from ABC.
Just bumped it out.
So they have one more ball. Andy Zimmerman will be throwing it. It's a question of how aggressive does he want to be here, or does he want to create another obstacle for 3.5 men?
I think they're going to create another obstacle. The thing you have to worry about, though, is you're so close to this gutter. You don't want to create a backboard for them where they can just throw one in, not worry too much about speed, bump you out, and theirs sticks around.
There's Andy's ball. It's got a decent pace. Looks like it's going to be another obstacle for 3.5 men.
I like it here.
Just created a lot of traffic. And 3.5 men has 2 more balls to try to figure out what they're going to do. So Chuck will be throwing back-to-back here.
I think they'll probably be going opposite wall. Yeah. Seen this before.
He goes down the lane.
It's hooking back.
Trying to hook it in.
It's hooking.
Wow. What a great ball from Chuck Cristiano.
Not much you can do about that, folks.
I mean, that's a home court shot, and now he's going to try to give it one more. This would be 3 well-earned points if they can get them all.
Speed, it looks a little slower than the last one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get there.
I don't think it's going to get there, but it is 2 points, and that was a high-level frame, Milan, if I've seen one.
Wow.
A lot of strategy there. A lot of good bocce, but 3.5 men firmly in control of this game with a 5-point lead, 8-3 over ABC.
Wow, when they're pointing like that, you almost want to. Well, and he had no choice in shooting that other first one, but you almost want to maybe reconsider not going long on them. I know earlier I said it seemed like everyone was playing a short Polino, but these guys clearly have that full court point locked in.
Yeah. So 3.5 men going with another shorty here, just over the halfway line. Nice first ball there from Victor. Jesse Morris is going to try to beat it.
All right, pace looks a little spicy.
Little too far.
Not a bad ball, but
good line. A little far. She's going to get another crack at it.
she's a very good adjuster. I'd be surprised if this one's not in. Speed looks a lot better. Yeah, she puts it
Oh,
yep.
She has a great halo ball there. Now, I think Jason here is going to try to bang it out. And he gets it. Hit it so hard, his own ball left the court.
Yeah.
But that was a clean throw, and 3.5 men back on point.
And if it stayed on the court, I think that ball was gone.
Oh, I think so. But in any event, pew, it's gone. Alex now trying to show off the finesse game.
Big point here for ABC. It's nuzzling. Oh, it fell out.
Curved a little bit right. Andy says no.
Yeah, it looks like fell just short.
So Alex is going to take one more shot at it. And then ABC will be at the mercy of whatever 3.5 men do with their final two balls.
Yeah. Big point here. One in front is ideal.
Oh, beautiful ball from
That's
Alex.
one way to do it.
Put the pressure back on 3.5 men. Force him to beat it.
Yep.
I think Jason is going to throw another ball, trying to knock out.
Lining up for a Rafa here.
Ooh, it looks like he hit the wrong red.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped that a lot sooner than he wanted to. Let's take a quick look at the replay. Normally he has more extension on his shot. Yeah, let's see, that came out right at his hip. Yep. And when you let go early, you miss wide. So, one more shot.
Ooh, just a complete miss. Well, okay, so ABC is scrapping. They're sticking in there.
Yep. I guess we can guess who the pointer and who the shooter is there on that team.
That's right. So 1 point for ABC. They are now at 4. 3.5 men is at 8.
Got it. 4-8. Very manageable game.
Yeah. Dusty throwing the Polino out.
Great first
Nice
point.
pace on that first ball.
There it goes. That's what you like to see. All right, lining up for the shot here.
Chuck's lining up. Lets it go, and he's going for it. And he gets it.
Looks like that's
All the balls are off. That means the Polino comes back on the nail. And it'll be 3.5 men's shot.
Nice clean ball.
Last ball, 50-50. Come on up here and see us. Come on. Last ball, 50-50. Sonny Giuliano wants to take it.
And they are no stranger to this Polino position on the court. And it looks like they're doing it
Another
again.
great shot from Woody. We're going to have to call him the point master. He's just been on.
Woody is a problem. But they do have ball advantage.
That is true. ABC is going to send out their own point specialist.
I think you got to follow that line. He's telling him to do the opposite. I don't know. Someone kind of just showed you the way. Going the other way.
So if it was you would try to take the exact same line as Woody.
Yeah, it was a very nice line. At the very least, you nuzzle up to his ball.
Can't argue with the results, certainly. So Dusty takes a crack.
Speed is really good. I think it's a little too fast.
Oh, what a nice ball. It stays on the court, and Dusty outpoints Woody on that one. Great ball.
And shows I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. Great ball by Dusty.
All right. Chuck and Woody are talking it over.
Very, very high level of play here. Other than the 2 missed Rafas, almost everyone's making their shots.
Yeah, this has been a very competitive game.
Yeah.
So Woody is going to try to beat that beautiful ball by Dusty.
Woody.
Off the wall.
I feel like Woody knows this shot better than anyone on earth.
He took it with a high level of confidence.
Very fast, though. Very fast.
And he knocks the Polino off the court.
Hammered the nail.
That does not help him in this scenario, this specific, unique court scenario. Taking the Polino off the court just puts ABC right back in when you put the Polino back on.
This is the kind of game against a team like 3.5 men. If you want to get big, you have to grind it out. You are not probably going to get more than 1 or 2 point frames.
That's right. And with a 4-point lead, you can afford to play defensive.
And they can play a little more risky now, too.
So Chuck takes a crack at it.
That looks like it's a little slow.
Looks like it's going to be quite short. But obviously, in this position, very tough for ABC to score 2. Let's see if Andy can do it.
They got 2 balls. The danger here is you don't want to almost touch anything.
Yeah.
But I don't. Curious what they're going to do.
They're talking it over, meeting of the minds at half court.
Now, Dusty's ball was good, but if it didn't make contact, it probably would have rolled off.
Yeah.
So they have to find a speed that's about 2 rotations slower than the one he threw, because I think the line that he took, they're going to hit themselves out, and then they're going to have to figure out which wall they want to use. But I like to see them. They're in good spirits. Looks like they're going to. I think they're going to try go for broke here. And I like it. If they could steal 2 points here or even 3, they can really shift the momentum of the game. Interesting call.
Okay.
What a shot by Andy.
Okay. Beautiful shot. That's definitely going to help them. Gives them a lot more room to work with on the last shot.
Now the Polino's 3.5 men's ball. You just got to get it past
Exactly. As long as you get past the 3.5 men ball, you stack 2 points here, you cut the deficit in half, and you're feeling really good going into the next frame.
All right.
So here's the last ball by Andy.
Speed looks pretty good.
Is he going to sneak just past? He is. He is. That's 2 points for ABC 1.
We have a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a great point.
Quite the game. Good strategy there.
Eke right by.
Clearly that mid-court summit from ABC paid dividends.
Yeah. Great game. Everyone's playing really well, high level.
Looks like there's some confusion about who needs to
Looks
throw.
like the rule here is who throws the Polino has to point.
Interesting.
I have heard this rule before. Not too many places abide by it, but
All right, so Alex threw out the Polino, so he's throwing the first ball. Probably not their preferred order, but they're abiding by the house rule. Alex leaves it quite short. We'll see if 3.5 men can take advantage.
so not ideal, but at least forces him to take a different line, right? Can't go straight at it. It's going to be just, oh no.
Oh,
A very
well,
rare missed opportunity.
3.5 men did not take advantage.
I said it earlier, the contagious bad first ball.
You did mention that.
I am 100% on that prediction so far.
And you know,
No one fact checked me on that.
That's right.
I like just being right all the time.
One of my favorite things I say, I have all these sayings when I'm playing bocce with my teammates, and they get sick of hearing me say it, but whenever I throw a first ball that's not particularly good, but then the other team throws a ball that doesn't beat my not particularly good first ball, I always say, hey, just has to hold up for one, and you've got your team the advantage.
You did your job.
That's right. So ABC still firmly in control. 3.5 men had a nice second ball. Jesse Morris, the pointing specialist on their side. Nice pace to her ball.
Perfect ball.
Beautiful point.
Got to get there.
Did have enough momentum.
Yeah, they call it one red.
No, it looks like a little confusion. They're saying it's one green.
All right, so Liz, the rule with the Polino here is if you're opening a frame, whoever throws the Polino has to throw the first point. So you cannot throw the Polino for your partner.
That is the house rule.
Apparently. I don't know. I've heard this rule before in a couple places, but never an issue because if I'm the pointer, I usually like throwing the Polino. It gives me a sense of the line. And,
most often, the person who throws the Polino is going to be the person who throws that first ball. But every once in a while, things come up.
Good cover here.
And looks like it's too close for the eyeball. Andy's calling for the tape measure.
That's a good call. Leave nothing on the table here. Make sure.
It's a critical frame, critical point of the game.
Very big. ABC has some momentum right now. This point being in would be huge for the frame, but
looks like ABC is in, so 3.5 men.
Good measure. I think the original call was yellow in. So advocate for yourself, folks. The other team is usually not gonna
help you out.
How many times do close balls you go, oh, that's in for us, and the other team goes, no, that's us, right? That's when I don't argue. I immediately just go, all right, third party, get out.
Right, third party, tape measure, whatever you got to do.
Mr. Black & Decker, Mr. Stanley.
That's right. They can tell you exactly who's in. Well, looks like 3.5 men are talking about this shot a little bit.
They have a lane.
Jason and Chuck talking it over.
This is one of those situations, too, so they have ball advantage, right? If they're afraid of bumping balls, I really don't think they should be. I think they hug the lane on the – there's 2 reds on the left, 1 on the right. I think they hug the lane on the right side. If you clip the one that's in more, who cares? It's already in. But if you graze it, you're most likely going to be in with a difficult shot to replace. And I think it looks like that's what he's going to do. If not that, then the wall. There you
He's
go.
playing a wall ball.
Now, if I know this court, this gets sucked back right, and it's not going to make it. Yep.
Looks like you were correct.
So
the best laid plans
really good ball.
Don't work out for 3.5 men.
So if there's a pull on the court and you use the wall, if it's pulling back, you're not going to get as much break off the wall as you would if the break was going the other way.
Looks like he's going for a double dose of wall ball. Let's see if he can adjust.
Went a lot earlier, but I don't think that's going to be the speed.
Snuck past.
Is that good?
Yeah, he's calling one. So there is a lane for ABC. Andy's showing Alex exactly the range on the left.
I like a shot here. No, I guess any bump. If he bumps the yellow on the right side, he can move the red in for a point. It's probably the yellow's probably not in by that much. Only ball you don't want to bump is that front red. He's going for it.
Alex is lining up.
Trying to eke one in here. Big ball here.
Tried to bump his own ball. It did not quite work out.
Should have told the louder. That's the only one he didn't want to hit.
Yeah. So there's 1 point for 3.5 men. They're 2 points away from victory. ABC
down 6-9.
Not quite on the brink, but it's getting to that time.
Tough break there. I think the speed there was good. Broke a little too late into that ball and just clipped it. Tough.
Given how tight the game is when you're getting here in the late stages, do you play any differently than you have the earlier frames?
Yeah. Well, if you're ABC, you can lose one more frame by one. Other than that, you also can't be aggressive. You want good balls. Don't try to hit a home run. Don't try to get that 3-point frame, 4-point frame. Just grind this game out. And I think we said earlier this was going to be a grind out. Right? 3.5 men jumped out to an early lead, but since then it's been a good back and forth.
ABC potentially going to be in a tough position because Woody's been great with the points all game.
That's probably his worst one.
And, of course, the announcer jinx kicks in.
Not a bad point.
Not a bad point, but certainly a lot of room. The wall is in. Dusty, good enough to beat this point.
I don't know if that speed's good enough. It's rolling.
Came off the wall significantly, and looks like there was enough speed there. Again, not super close to the Polino, but good enough.
Maybe a little tricky spot here.
Maybe. Let's see if Woody can throw a better second ball. Stays to the right of his first.
It's going to keep rolling. As soon as it crosses that line,
yeah.
it rolls about 2 more rotations than it
went a little too hard. So now Chuck is going to have to try to point.
That one looks better. I don't know if that's got enough juice. Might clip their own ball and not be in. Nope.
Yeah, hit their own ball, but didn't hit it close enough to the Polino. So 3.5 men down to their final ball, and maybe a really good opportunity for ABC to stack some points here.
This ball's crucial. Like the line, any bump probably gets him in for a point. I don't know if he might have shorted this. Oh, no. Snuck it in.
Snuck it in, so 3.5 men have the close ball, but ABC with 3 balls to play.
I think we're going to see a shot here. Polino,
Andy is certainly lining up for it.
Polino out's good. That ball out's good. A lot of targets there.
Rafa incoming.
Not a bad shot. Opened it up for him.
Not a bad shot, but certainly not the ball he was trying to hit, I imagine.
I hate that clean. But probably not the one he was going for. But now he's got a little pocket here.
And now it looks like he's going to try it again.
Got it.
He did move the Polino a little bit. Be interesting to see which ball is in here.
Unfortunate kick there. I think they're going to call for a measure here, and I absolutely would.
Yeah.
Let's
so
leave nothing to chance here. Got some sideline commentators saying red here.
Can I jump in? I've never done this.
Oh, wonderful.
We've got a special treat for you folks. First time in the booth, longtime player, Lilia.
Big Dill Lil.
That's what they call her. So how are you seeing this frame, Lil?
Well, I walked away, and the score was 8-4, so I see ABC's making a good comeback here.
That's my one.
Little, not for long.
Mike would like us to remind everyone watching at home that he is married to Lily.
Mike is my biggest supporter in all my bocce tournaments.
If it's settled,
Andy rolled in a great ball.
No, too far.
All right.
One more for 3.5 now.
All right.
Never too late for a comeback.
That's true. And ABC will certainly need it because they are at the brink right now.
What's the word with Sticky Bandits?
We have it
next
on
door?
replay
Do we
if you
have
want.
Sticky Bandits are up, looks like 10-6 now.
Nice.
That's right.
They've had some leads earlier today that slipped away from them. So nice to see them 1 point away. Hardest point in bocce, folks. The last one.
Sticky Bandits record 2-1 at this point. Do we know what their record is?
Oh no, that call was. I'm sorry, that last call was 1 red.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. So ABC did get 1.
All right.
So indeed, we're ready for a comeback here.
If you want better commentating, pay us. Sorry, folks.
All right.
Great first ball. Oh, it's going to leak back in.
Victor looks like.
Oh,
he left
short.
it just short. Just short.
Story
He's
of my
going to
life.
pick up another ball. Try to just beat his
Line
first.
was right. It's, there's a little right to left there down this carpet. You can't really see the lines on the screen, but there's almost like a lane you can kind of see. So line was good. I think he's going to take the same one, be a little more aggressive, hoping he gets some contact.
It's a great ball.
In for 2.
There it is. Little combo play.
Just 1. And a tough point to beat now. The ball is tucked away.
Andy is showing his partners where they can beat the
Great
yellow
ball. Great. The point is covered.
I think he's giving him the strategy to bump his in.
If he can
It's a tough
squeeze in
ball.
that lane, yeah, he can definitely steal it. But that's a tough ask.
It's a tough line.
A lot of people love the little bump replace or chip in. It's such a high degree difficulty shot to hit a ball on the side at the right point speed, hoping you stick around.
Yeah.
You got so many variables there. Some people are great at it, but
Well, Andy is showing off to the left of the Polino. Is it possible she's just going to try to point it, not even bother?
She can sneak in there. I just really don't know how the court breaks on this side of the court.
I think it's pretty reliably straight on this side. Okay, I think that may have given them 2.
2 yellow, a lot more manageable
Yeah, but
situation.
it's open. The situation has opened up a little bit for them.
So, really important call here on what to do. Thoughts? What are you guys doing in this situation?
Pointing in, definitely pointing in.
Yeah, use the yellows as the backboard.
Yep.
We saw the break. Al wants a shot.
Maybe I'm a little more aggressive than you two, but I try to shoot straight at the Polino and walk it back a little bit.
Well, you shoot the Polino here, most likely your ball's out, and the yellow balls are the deep balls.
And they have 2 balls. I don't know if I agree with that assessment.
No, that's why you guys are the champions, and I'm just commentating.
I think he used the
Champion
green
in
ball. The green ball, a little bit. Oh, he is shooting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That wasn't the best scenario of both balls going out, but
both balls going out is tough. I will admit that.
yeah.
He's going to want a good point here. He's going to want it to tuck to the left side to take away any straight lane shot at it. But put him in a way better position.
But Al is the extreme pointer, so
Yeah.
we don't want him to put it right on the Polino so it gets shot out. Needs to slow down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the wall ate up a lot of speed.
It's a great ball. That's a great ball.
Yeah.
It's a great ball. Harder to shoot that ball.
3.5 men will now have 2 chances at it. And if they manage to knock out the ABC ball, they could end the game.
For the shot. I wonder if he's doing a wall raffle.
This looks like it because those yellow balls would be in his way, I would assume.
That's what it is, and there it is. There's 2 points for 3.5 men.
Great
they
shot
got
to
it,
end it.
took it down.
perfect angle.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah,
3.5 men
fought
takes
their
it
way.
11-7.
It's a good comeback by ABC.
Yeah, this was a tough game. Early on, 3.5 men were just pointing full court about an inch off every time. It was not, and they weathered it as best they could. But
Yeah. They certainly, I would say, over the course of the game, 3.5 men had the better of the pointing and gave them the win.
Yeah.
Good shooting all around, though.
Took ABC a little while to get in it.
Yeah.
First couple of rounds.
That's right. Well, thank you for joining me, Lil. Thank you for joining me, Milan. Again, This is Daniel Berkowitz for the Bocce Broadcasting Network. Thanks to our audience for joining us, and we will take another break, and we'll be back with you at the time of the next game.
Ciao. Thanks for welcoming me in for the first time.
You got it.
All right, folks, we're going to stop the stream and then come back at you very soon. For bracket play.